Good day everyone. We are Group 6 and we're here to present the Law of Common Carrier and the Air Passenger Bill of Rights of Chapter 4. So please stop, look, and listen.
Okay, to start, let's define what a carrier is. So, a carrier is any person or a company na nagtatransport ng goods or people for a fee. Basically, sila yung mga nagdadala ng tao or gamit from one place to another in exchange for payment. At makikita natin sa screen that we have two types of carriers. The first one is the private carrier and the second one is the common carrier. Since nabanggit ko na mayroong dalawang uri ng carrier, which is yung private tsaka yung common carrier, ano naman kaya yung pagkakaiba nitong dalawa? Okay, simulan natin sa private carrier. Yung private carrier, it works only through special agreements. For example, meron kayong planned gala with magkakaibigan, tapos nag-hire kayo ng van. And, yun yung example niya. Private carrier siya kasi they are not open to everyone. Kaya, ang standard of care nila, ordinary diligence lang. Yung common carrier naman, it offers or they offer service to the public. Yung examples niya are yung bus, LRT, or yung airplane. Since open sila sa lahat, mas mataas yung expectation, kaya yung care nila na binibigay is extraordinary diligence. Yun yung kailangan, kasi it's for the public, for everyone. Okay, so let's proceed to the legal basis of common carrier. So we have here, under Article 1732 of the Civil Code, kahit ancillary or side business pa yan, basta nagbibigay siya ng transport service sa publiko, common carrier siya. Walang pinipiling customer at hindi kailangan na main business niya ay transport. Walang pinipiling customer at hindi kailangan na main business niya is transport. Ang examples nun ay kagaya na nasa screen, business. At yung nasa screen na samples, we have here the Philippine Airlines, LRT, Swedish Lines, Florida Bus, at pati na rin yung LBC. So, we have here an example, two examples of illustrative cases para mas lalo natin maintindihan. Meron ding mga actual cases na nagpakita. Ito yung mga actual cases na nagpakita kung paano tinitingnan ng korte yung common carrier. Yung first example natin ay yung kay case ni Juanito. Gumamit siya ng company vehicle para magsakay ng pasahero bilang sideline. Tapos the court still considered it as a common carrier. And yung isang example pa, yung case ni Ernesto Sindana. Kahit hindi formal na transport company, since nagbabakol siya ng goods for merchants regularly, kinonsider pa rin siya as common carrier.
Contract of public carriage. When you use a public transportation like jeepney, bus, or train, you are entering into legal contract called contract of carriage or the contract of public transportation. This contract formed between two parties, the passenger and the common carrier, example of the jeepney driver and the bus operator. But one would ask, how could there be a contract when in the first place there was no document signed when boarding the vehicles of the common carrier? That's simple. Remember that the contract is a meeting of the minds, not the paper. The act of the employee of the common carrier is allowing the passenger to board the vehicles, perfect the contract of the carriage. Responsibility of a common carrier. A common carrier is a company of or person that transports passengers or goods to the general public for a fee, such as buses, jeepneys, trains, or airplanes. According to Article 1773, this article sets a high standard of care for common carriers. They are required to observe extraordinary diligence, which means the highest level of care possible when transporting the passengers. Next, according to Article 1775, therein reinforces the idea that carriers must transport passengers, And lastly, according to Article 1756, this article states that if a passenger injures or dies, the common carrier is presumed at fault unless it can provide otherwise. When does the duty of the common carrier begin and end? The duty of a common carrier to protect and care for passengers from the moment of the passenger is about to board the vehicle with the carrier's consent. Once the passenger is within the premises of the carrier, example of jeepney stop, bus terminal or bus stop, airport, and is clearly intending to board, and the carrier accepts this, the duty of utmost diligence already begins. When does the duty end? The duty ends only after the passengers has safely alighted or gotten off the vehicle at the destination and is in a safe place. The carrier must still ensure that the passenger gets off safely, is no longer exposed to danger related to the transportation. Common carrier liability and passenger rights. What is common carrier? A common carrier is a business that transports people, example of jeep, bus, train, or airplane, for a fee. And next, what is liability? Liability carriers must use extraordinary diligence or the highest care. If a passenger is injured or dies, the carrier is presumed at fault unless proven otherwise. What are those passenger rights? The first is right to safety, the second is right to fair treatment, third right to compensation or for injury or loss, fourth right to information, delays, exchanges, and etc. And lastly, when the duty begins and ends. Begins when the passenger is allowed to board and ends and when the passenger has safely gotten off and is no longer at risk.
The liability of acts of employees. Article 1759 of Civil Code. Common carriers are liable over death or injury caused by a negligence of willful acts to their employees. Liability remains even if the carriers exercise due to diligence of selecting, supervising those employees. For example, a flight attendant's misconduct to imputed to the airline, or a tour bus driver robbery of a passenger makes the tour operator liable. In the case of Perinia versus Zarate, GR number 167917, August 29, 2012. The Perinias operated a school van service, transporting students daily for a fee. In August 1996, the driver, Alfaro, took a shortcut across railway track, racing against time due to traffic. The van was hit by a train, resulting in the death of a student, Aaron. The court held at the Perinias despite catering only to the specific group, qualified as the common carriers under Article 1732 of the Civil Code. As a common carriers, they were required to observe extraordinary diligence. The operation, though limited of scope, was regular for a fee and accessible to the fine public or a parent living nearby. Liability attached due to their failure to meet the standard of diligence. Exemptions from liability for fortuitous event. Article 1174 of Civil Code. A common carrier may be exempt from liability if it proves that it exercised extraordinary diligence or the injury that was caused by a fortuitous event or unforeseeable and inevitable occurrence. Fortuitous events for goods include natural disaster like flood, storm, and earthquake. Acts of public enemy. Examples are war and terrorism. Acts of fault of the shipper or packaging issues. Order by the public authority.
Fortuitous event may exempt the common carrier from liability and Article 1174 with its Civil Code. A fortuitous event, also known as an act of God, refer to an unexpected and avoidable event beyond human control, like natural disaster, sudden storm, or unforeseen accident like of public enemy in war. Act of Shepherd also honor defects of goods, container, and public authority orders. In the context common carrier like bus or shipping companies, if a loss, injury, or damage occurs solely because of the fortuitous event, the carrier may be exempt from liability since the incident wasn't due to negligence or fault on their part. However, this exemption apply only if the carrier can be proved they exercised due diligence and the event was truly unforeseeable and avoidable. Fire is not a fortuitous event. Fire is not always considered a fortuitous event because it can be often be prevented with the proper care and precautions. If a fire occurred due to negligence, like faulty wiring, lack of maintenance, and failure of follow safety rules, it is not beyond human control. Therefore, a common carrier cannot automatically claim exemption from liability just because the loss was caused by fire. They must prove that the fire was truly unforeseeable and not due to their fault or negligence. The Air Passenger Bill of Rights of the Philippines was promulgated by virtue to join Department of Transportation and Communication and Department of Trade and Industry Administrative Order Number 1 on December 10, 2012. The purpose of this is a set of rules that protect airlines passengers by ensuring fair treatment, especially during delays, cancellations, overbooking, and lost baggage. It guarantees rights such as compensation, proper assistance like meals or lodging, and clear information about flight disruptions. Its goal to promote accountability from airlines and safeguard passenger welfare.
Three main rights of passengers: right to accurate information before purchase, right to full value of the purchase service, right to compensation. The three rights cover what passengers need to know before, during, and after their flight. These are three rights give passengers protection from start to finish, from buying a ticket to handling delays or lost baggage. Let's take a closer look at each one. Right to provide accurate information. Before ticket purchase, passenger is entitled to clear disclosure of contract terms including check-in deadlines, refund, rebooking policies, responsibilities for delay, and cancellation. Before you even purchase a ticket, airlines are required to provide all important terms and conditions in a clear and accessible way. Passengers shouldn't be surprised by hidden policies. Airline must be transparent about things like when check-in closes, what happens if you cancel, and what support they offer during delay or cancellation. Knowing this ahead of time helps you make smart travel decisions. Offloaded baggage must be delivered by a next available flight. Delivered to passengers' residence or in person. 2,000 per 24 hours delay. 1 hour after flight arrival. Offloaded baggage means luggage that didn't make into your flight, often due to space or safety issues. If your baggage is left behind, the airline has duty to send it on the next available flight and ensure it gets to you, either by delivering it to your home or handing it over in person. You shouldn't have to go back to the airport just to claim it. Compensation for delay, 2,000 pesos per 24 hours delay. Passengers are entitled to monetary compensation if their baggage is delayed. If your bag is delayed, you're entitled to 2,000 pesos for 24 hours delay starting 1 hour after your flight lands. This compensation is meant to help cover inconvenience or emergency purchases you might need, like clothes or toiletries.
Compensation for injury or death. In case of death or injury on international flights, compensation adheres to international agreements. For flights involving the US, the limit is $75,000 US, inclusive of legal fees. For domestic flights, the compensation amount follows the international standards, adjusted to pesos. Immediate payment. Compensation is payable immediately at the airport or at the airline's main office, in cash or check, convertible to cash within 15 days.
So that ends our presentation. We hope na mas naging clear sa atin kung ano ang role at responsibility ng common carriers at pati na rin yung rights natin bilang passengers, especially pagdating sa air travel. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig sa aming presentasyon.